Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The Implant Wars. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we post a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Now, let's get started. There's a culture war going on, but it's not the kind of war that you think it is. It's a war for your attention. On one level, people are using social media to try and get as much attention as possible. Sometimes that works and people get some attention, but most of the time it doesn't. But guess what? There's another mechanism to get even more attention than what people receive from social media. And it's causing a cultural war for your eyeballs. And it is so much more effective than social media. People are shocked when they look at the data. It's called the Implant Wars. If you look around these days and pay attention, you will notice that people's bodies are getting bigger all the time. Their breasts are getting larger. Their rear ends are getting bigger. Their lips are getting engorged. Some people are getting fake calf muscles implanted in their legs. Some men are even getting chest and arm implants or injections to make their bodies look like they work out even when they don't. What about people who can't afford implants? What do? Well, they're getting their photos photoshopped, so at least in their pictures, they look stronger and sexier, more alluring. There are even filters on your computers and phones that can make you look bigger or curvier or sexier. The social pressure to do these things is being exerted on people at younger ages all the time, and that's not a good thing. Some young girls start doing it even while they're still in high school. If you work in some industries, then the pressure to get implants is growing. If you're in the entertainment industry, or you dance on a pole somewhere, or you work as an escort or as an actor, then the chances of you getting implant work done increases dramatically because of the industry pressure to do so, because of the societal pressure to do so. So, how much do these procedures cost? Well, that depends on where you live. The zip code you live in can have a significant bearing on what it costs to have various procedures done. Breast implants can cost $5,000 to $15,000. A butt lift can cost $5,000 to $10,000. But the real financial benefit comes from all the professional and financial attention you may receive afterwards. Or at least that's what they want you to believe. Years ago, when they used to perform the giant breast augmentation operations, some of the women who had these done were making more than $1 million a year as dancers or escorts just because of that procedure. Now, if you work as a webcam girl or a guy and you decide to get a giant augmentation of some sort, then your income can explode dramatically. That's because when you dance or work on a webcam online, then instead of appearing for a room of 50 or 100 people in a physical club, you can now appear before thousands of people online and make tremendous money. It's so much more scalable. It's rare, but there have been reports of some women making more than $1 million online in their first week of social media simply because of their giant new attributes. Then we get to the serious financial payoffs that some implants can generate. If you augment your body in a serious way, that gets you the attention of the right people, and you may end up getting married because of it to somebody who's super wealthy. Or you can do what some people do and start dating 3 or 4 wealthy people at the same time. Or you might get discovered and end up on a reality show or in a movie. You may even have a business of your own, and now your augmented appearance allows you to become a much more effective and profitable spokesperson for your business. It helps you generate much greater sales, and it attracts so much more attention for you and your company. So, we can see how the implant wars might help people financially. But what does it do psychologically? Well, that depends on how you process all the new attention you may receive. For some people, getting more attention makes them feel more loved, but that's just an illusion. There's a big difference between real love and attention. And the problem is most people get confused by the distinction and fail to even recognize the difference. For some people, receiving crazy amounts of attention because of a body augmentation causes them to go a little nuts. They start augmenting their body every 6 to 12 months over and over, compulsively and obsessively. They keep increasing the size of their body parts until some of them become so large that it looks circus-like. One of the reasons some countries stopped performing super large breast implants years ago is because they were unhealthy and unsafe. Some of the enormous breast implants can't even be done in the United States the way they were 20 or 30 years ago. These enormous circus-sized implants got so much attention for some people that they would develop psychological problems because of it. They would also attract a lot of crazy people who would approach them endlessly for the wrong reasons. Super large implants would also cause health problems. That's why in many cases they would have to be removed later, because they would simply rupture or leak, and that is a huge life-threatening problem. What's interesting is that when that goop leaks into your body over the course of a few years, it's not easy, and sometimes it's not even possible for a surgeon to go in and get it all, to locate it all, to suck it all out. It migrates throughout your body. What's interesting is that if you check out a lot of the social media models, you'll see what a disturbing percentage of them have either photoshopped themselves or received gigantic implants for their social media ads. It's become a national obsession these days. If you look at all the facial augmentation that's going on now with lips and cheeks, then you'll see that a lot of photos on social media have had that done. What's getting a little disturbing is how looking normal these days and not getting any augmentation at all is now making people feel inadequate or insecure. Think about that. Normal people now feel insecure, and the circus freaks feel somehow privileged and special. Another interesting aspect to all of this is how lucrative performing these augmentation operations has become for the doctors and their clinics. The revenue numbers they generate with these procedures are enormous. There is this new trend to locate plastic surgery centers in malls instead of office buildings because the strip malls have so much more foot traffic, so many more people walking by, seeing the signs, the promotions on the outside of the building. A lot of these clinics have gigantic billboards nearby or on the highway. They run their own ads on social media. If you go down to South Florida, you'll be shocked to see how common it is now to see a plastic surgery center in a strip mall right next door to a Chinese restaurant or a bar or a pedicure place. So, will the cost of getting augmentation done exceed the cost of doing the operation? Well, that's not how you should look at it, because it's not just the cost of getting the operation done that you should be calculating. It's also the cost of reversing the operation or removing the implants 5 or 10 years from now after they cause all sorts of health problems for you. That's because a lot of the time, the complications caused by these operations and implants will require you to have them removed and then other procedures done to try to mitigate all the damage and the rot inside your body that they have caused, all the health problems. So, that will double or sometimes triple the cost of getting the original procedure done. But if it causes you to get the attention of someone who gives you a great job or marries you or hires you for a project that allows you to generate serious money, then that is something you should factor into all of this. We don't give medical advice, but we really don't think that augmentations of this sort are a good idea or a healthy choice. We really discourage people from doing it. We actually think that exercise and eating healthy is a much wiser lifestyle choice. And from a health perspective, we believe that photoshopping your social media pics is probably the healthiest option of all if you want to go down this road. Remember, it's not just how attractive you are in your 20s or 30s that matters. Your body needs to last you for a long time, and if you do a lot of damage to it earlier in life with operations or steroids or whatever else people are doing, then you're going to be hit with a tsunami of health problems when you get older. Some of these operations and procedures will end up causing you such enormous health problems that later in life it may dramatically reduce your lifespan. Not to mention what happens to the quality of your life if you have a procedure done and it makes you look facially deformed down the road. Think long and hard before you go down this path, because we don't want you to become a casualty of the implant wars. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.